Hey y'all, Texas Gunslinger here for a quick video on how I wrap my Doug poppers now. This is the finished product here. Sorry for all the reflections, that just sucks. Anyways, there you go. That is a wrapped Doug popper now. To get it to this point, obviously have the jalapenos. Is it better in the sunlight? No. Alright, have the jalapenos. I de-seed them. I use a small like grapefruit spoon or something, or a small sugar spoon, just to scrape out all the seeds and that pithy stuff. That's where all the heat is. So once you get that out, and then I leave the stem in, because if you take it out, there's a little U-boat thing here, and these things are filled with cream cheese. So once you start grilling, all that stuff's gonna come leaking right out of there. So I tend to leave the stem on there, and you just tear it off when you take the toothpick out, and that's that. So let's get to the actual. So I found even how you set up the packaging, right? Like the way I'm tearing these out of here when I'm pulling out a slice of bacon is it's already coming ready for me with, I like to do the fatty side here, and I'm going to lay it across the Doug breast, like here at the top where the stem is. So stem to the left. Let's see. Now obviously this is on camera, so it's going to be backwards, but this is my left over here. This is my left hand. So I'm going to take the Doug breast, got the stem facing my hand, lay it over, fat side out like that, right? Because there's going to be two sections of this bacon. One is the fatty side, one is the meaty side. So fat side of that. We want the fat to protect the meat that has no fat from drying out when we're grilling it. So that's why this works. So besides the size, they fit right into a jalapeno. So I got 1, 2, 3. I come back around, and then there's this fatty lip happens to be using. That's usually there, and I got that right on top. Now here comes some information about toothpicks. All right, we got round toothpicks pointed on both ends. You must see the box, which is now almost empty. These are the ones I got. Wooden toothpicks, box of 1,500. Okay. Anyhow, back to this. So now we've ended up with this little fat, thing on the end there. What I want to do with this toothpick when I stick it through this jalapeno is I want to capture. First, I want to, of course, tag the end piece, right, and then I want to make sure it goes through the Doug breast itself, so to secure that. And then what is the furthest point away that I can hit with one toothpick will be back here somewhere. So I'm going to go through to try and just show you that this does kind of affect. Obviously, don't stab your thumb as it comes through your finger, but there you go. That minus the messed up stem is how I put that together, right? So once this hits the grill and this wants to loosen up or anything, it won't, because of the way it's secured on the top and the bottom through the meat to the jalapeno. That is, and there. Pick up any one and you'll see the same thing, right, through that fat part there. And it has to do with, it might take a few before you figure out your pattern, what works best for you, but this one works for me. I just grab my bacon, pick up any popper with stem to my left hand, fat on the outside, lay it across the top away from you. All right, come back around underneath, and I'm holding on to it. I want to overlap. That can show overlapping here. Dang, this sunlight. Okay, so anyways, come back halfway over, come back around. You can see already I got the little finger there ready to go. It comes back around. And just give it a little stretch and get that nice, easy to secure. Grab a toothpick, and put it through. I know this is going through the meat because I'm going right through the top of the dove breast and come out the other side. Let's catch some of that bacon down there. There we go. Okay. And then what I'm doing is using these old Bill Miller buckets lined with wax paper between the layers. I'll just put them all in there and get a bucket full of dove poppers. And anyways, this is the first time I've done 100 of them by myself, and I tell you what, it's a lot of work, and I didn't enjoy it. But I don't want to waste this meat, so I have no choice. I must wrap these and put them in the freezer. And then when you're ready, you just take this whole bucket out, you know, day, whatever, beforehand. You might get some blood from some of the meat still, because it is meat at the bottom, so just drain that off. And when you're ready, throw them on the grill. Mesquite, if preferred, gives it a little bit extra flavor. Of course, here in Texas, we use thick cut bacon, so you need to get that right. I mean, there's bacon, any bacon will work, but we use, and I buy it in this 3-pound container for $10. It's the best deal going. There's 3 more in my refrigerator and 1 more in the freezer. So, but I specifically had to buy like 3. So roughly there was 25 strips in one of these 3-pound packages. Obviously, it's less than that in your standard 1 pound. So you kind of got to do some math, figure out, okay, how many poppers do I have? 65. Okay, you know, roughly 12 1-pound bacon packs. You only need 5 packs to do 65. Like probably a little more even. 6 or 7 packs of bacon. With this 3-pound pack, I can get away. I mean, I did 100, and I bought. This is my 2nd pack only, so I'm doing pretty good. Is it super shishy frou-frou bacon? No, but it's bacon and it's smoked. It's hickory smoked, and it's thick. So you got this. Trust me on this. If you can find the thick cut, try it. Do half a batch with regular, whatever you can get, and try a batch with thick cut if you can. Yes, it's a lot of bacon, and yes, it probably overmasks and overpowers the dove breast meat. But honestly, like, there's no fat on any of this. It's dark meat, and when it's roasted, if this is done properly on the grill, the inside of this breast will have been protected enough by the bacon and the fat that it comes with. So you'll have a slightly pink center. You can eat these a little pink. Even, you know, yeah, you can eat them. They should be at least somewhat medium pink in the middle, not more than that. Then it just dries out and gets tough. So, and these jalapenos, again, these are not scary. If you're not a spicy person, trust me on this. You might get a hot one now and then. I don't know exactly why that is. Some jalapeno expert out there, I'm sure, will let me know. But I mean, once the seeds are gone, which is where most of the heat comes from, in my experience, once those are gone and you remove that pithy stuff, you just have a nice pepper flavor, and it goes well, of course, with the bacon. Well, it doesn't go well with bacon, and then it got this little treat on the inside. Now, jalapeno poppers are a thing without dove meat, so people can make these just like this, but it won't have dove breast on the inside. So these just got a little something extra. It's taking a classic jalapeno popper and putting a piece of dove meat in it. That's it. That's the only difference. And I marinated these in salad dressing, just like whatever I had in the fridge. Just throw these all in a bag once they're defrosted. They came out of the freezer, defrosted them in the fridge, drain the blood, kind of change the water out a couple times, throw some more ice cubes in the water to hurry up the cooling process, and then so these look actually lighter in color. There's a lot of blood already been leached out of these, which that, you know, no one really likes to eat blood, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, blood is part of meat, so you know, but they're not rare. Just get them pink. You can even leave them rare. Actually, it's okay because it's cooked meat. But anyways, that's it. That's how I make my poppers. And like I said, this is the first time I did. I kicked ass up until the part where I got one tray of. I did 100 poppers prepped and ready to wrap in under 2 hours, which that's a record. And if you know me at all, I like to procrastinate and not the fastest guy necessarily, but anyhow, thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with y'all later.